friends, and welcome to our show Liz Talk. Today we have with us Sandeep Ahluwalia, a multi-talented personality who is a fashion choreographer, a fashion stylist, and a fashion expert. Welcome to the show, Sandeep.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
delighted to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Sandeep, my question to you is, what does fashion mean to you?
See, for me, fashion is all about creativity. And for me, in one word, it would be very difficult to describe because fashion is an entire world. It's a big organization, you can say. So fashion is just be yourself, have an attitude, carry the way you want to carry, be comfortable, be easy, just be creative, be weird with creativity, that's it.
Be confident the way we are.
Absolutely. Just be what you are, basically, is fashion to me. That's what.
So how would you describe your country's fashion?
Okay, India is varied in fashion. You know, when we talk about India, we talk about different clothes, different attires, colors. Of course, we are known for colors. We are known for a huge range of colors, a variety of colors. So I think when you talk about India's fashion sense, we are different. We are specific. We are very straightforward. We are very bold when it comes to fashion. We are very accepting. So India's fashion, I would say, in wholesome is I think one of the best.
But as India is such a huge country,
Yeah.
and from north to south, east to west,
Yes.
we have so different tastes and cultures.
Absolutely.
How you say the fashion can go with all of them?
See, when we talk about sectors, states, and we talk about different genres, different motifs are there, different ideas are there. We have people coming from the northeast bringing their fabrics. We have people from the south getting their materials. We have the North Indian taste and flavor. Then we have East India. We talk about Calcutta, the Bengal region, getting their own flavor. So we've got so much to play around with. And India is so beautiful that we really want to kind of concentrate. Even if you concentrate on one genre, it becomes less. So if you've got so much to do with it, why not just go with it and, you know, just play around? Because it's all about fabrics, it's all about colors, it's all about the way you design something, you know. So I think India gives you a lot on the platter.
Sandeep, when did you realize you wanted to be a fashion expert, or you always wanted to be, or it is something happened suddenly?
I was always creative because every designer would say this. I was always creative. In fact, for me, it all started with me with colors actually. Because when I was small, when I was a kid, as a youngster, I was always attracted towards art, drawing and painting and, you know, decorative pieces and stuff like that. So I was always very attracted towards them. So that enhanced me onto developing taste for, you know, clothes and fabrics and you know, different ways of doing it, the knits, the weaves, and definitely at that point of time, I'm talking about 80s, you know, where fashion had started blooming in India, and we started seeing designers coming up, and we only had NIFT at that point of time as the biggest industry and the school of fashion. So unfortunately, I could not get into it, but I'm still very happy that, you know, I could get into a college like Wigan and Lee, do it from there and graduate from there.
So you graduated from Wigan and Lee?
From Wigan and Lee, yeah, from Calcutta, yes. And I was able to, you know, pursue my dreams of becoming a fashion designer for that matter. And I'm really happy that my parents supported me into that. So that's exactly how I genreed into this. And you can say it was just my creativity and my love for art. So that's exactly what it is.
So what is that which influences you?
A lot of things. The simplest form of life to the most complicated part of life can influence me. I've never stuck to one thing. I've never stuck to any one category or any one part of life that could influence me.
Even a common person or individual can influence
anyone, you know, my mom, I don't know, my mom always used to say, and she still stays till today, is that you're very observant. I think, you know, that's one part where I feel that, you know, has really clicked me into this world because of me being observant. Because I don't know, she used to tell me that you have a habit of scanning people from top to bottom, even though it is not a very good thing, but then yes, I do.
No, it is.
And I agree that, you know, but I think that is one thing that I really take inspiration from. I take inspiration from anyone, anywhere that I just feel and I like to. So I don't stick to one thing. So it's just nature and life for me.
So we come to your profession. How do you prepare yourself for your shoots or the fashion shows?
It is a difficult task because it's a whole time of working. You need to put your mind, you need to kind of be there for the moment. You need to have everything lined up. Everything needs to be well done, well rehearsed, well finished. So it's an entire work. It's just not one day's work. It's not 1 week's work. It could be a 3 months to 4 months to 6 months of hard labor and work, because if you want to get something perfect, you need to spend time on it. So the preparation starts from the very channelizing of getting people into under one roof, for that matter, and then sponsors running after them, then get designers, then get backstage help, then get models. There's too much to do, and every work takes a lot of time. So you have to give it a good 6 months to 7 months to prepare yourself for a good show. Yeah, if things have worked beforehand and you know people and who are ready to do it there and then, things become easier. But then yes, there's a lot of preparation.
So what was that most stressful moment you have backstage?
Okay, yeah, good. I've never had any. Let me think about it. No, I've never had any. No.
That's great.
Yeah. I've been thankful, because the kind of people that I worked with when I was in Calcutta, because my stay and my work was in Calcutta, so through Wigan and after graduating from Wigan, I did get a lot of time to work in Calcutta. And that is when I actually saw what the backstage life was all about, because when you're designing, your entire concentration is my clothes should look good on a model, my clothes should look good on ramp, and it should be perfectly executed, and it should be properly choreographed by the choreographer, so that the meaning of the garment stands out when it is on the ramp. All right. So when I was doing backstage, that's exactly what I focused on almost every time. So for me, it has always been smooth. Yes, that 30 minutes to 45 minutes is a ruckus period, because you're running from one person to another person to another person to another person. Everyone has questions, everyone has answers, people are talking, there's shouts, there's confusion, there is a havoc, everything is there.
How you deal with your models?
You have a softer part of life. You need
with
to
the girls and with the guys
and with the boys, both. But the simple reason is because you have to balance between both of them. Because today we're in such a place that the models, they are well paid, they get good opportunities, they are doing so well, and good that they're doing so well. So automatically they also have their own demands and their own repercussions, and they want their own objectives also straightened out. So you really need to have an open mind to all of that. And I feel a person who balances and keeps a balance between all of that,
to be friendly
with a friendly face on, always and every time, I think that really works out very well.
All right. Sandeep, what is your inspiration?
As I said, my inspiration has always been people from life, people from nature, and anything to do with attraction. If I get attracted to, instantly, that inspires me. Something that I'm really not attracted to, but it comes into my mind, but I try to get inspired from. So that is a part of it. But something that really attracts me first and gets my attention quickly, that's my inspiration.
So what is that thing which turns you on in life?
As such, I've never thought of that, but then again, yeah, something that is,
like you said, attractive people.
Yeah. So something that suits my palette. When I talk about my palette, I am more of a very simple-hearted person. I look for simplicity. I look for very neat and clean lines in life. I just want people to be that way, smooth and simple way. It should be like flow of water, basically. So if I see that in a person, if I see that in a person's wearability, or if I see that in a person's attire or makeup or hairstyle or anything that attracts me for that moment, is good enough.
Okay, so who are some of your favorite designers?
Okay, yeah, there are many, but My all-time favorite would be definitely Guda, that's Rohit Bal, because I really like his clothes. And to follow on that, we have Sandeep Varma. Of course, there's J.J. Bly and Tarun Devanani. These are the common names. Ritu is there, Berry is there. Then in recent times now, I have my own what you call college mate. His name is Abhishek Datta. He's my friend. He's my colleague as well, and he's doing wonders with designing. And he's made a mark for himself. And he has designed for a lot of good stars as well in Bollywood. And there's another great fellow person I know when I was working in Calcutta, and he was also booming his industry, and he was booming himself as well. So his name is Sabyasachi. You all know him. And he's become a huge name in the
Big
industry.
name.
Yes. So he's one of the designers I really, really like and look forward for their collections. Yes. So I think they are few of them. I really like them.
So do you believe in following the designers, or you believe in going your own field?
I do both. I do believe in designers as well, and I do like to create something of my own. Hardly, I do not get much time because I do not have a boutique. I don't work like that. But yes, I do like to sit and somewhere down the line put into my own creativity. But at the same time, yes, if it's a design outfit, I do have an appreciating moment with that as well. So I kind of fluctuate between the yes.
So what is the uniqueness? What makes you different from the other stylists?
Okay. Well, I always try to make the other person more comfortable and more simple, you know, and that's exactly what is my uniqueness. Because I feel, you know, if you're more simple, even the most flamboyant garments will look beautiful on you, or the most weirdest and outrageous makeup or hairstyle will look good on you if you carry it in a very simple way. So if you're talking about me as a person, I think the more simpler you are, the more better you are. And see, being jazzy or being creative or being anything is kind of goes with you any day. You can do it any time. But being simple is slightly difficult.
Yeah, it is.
You really cannot be simple all the time.
But as you said, you also make them feel comfortable.
Feel comfortable,
which is a big
yes,
thing.
which is a big thing. So if you're not making the other person feel comfortable, the person would not like to open up or work with you or feel comfortable with you. So that's one USP that I always create, is the comfort zone.
Whether you are with the models or with the general common.
Anyone. So till the time you do not make the other person feel about you, you know, so the other person would not be able to reciprocate.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what is the uniqueness about us, and about me rather. So it's the comfort zone.
Okay, Sandeep, what are your favorite fabrics you want to play with?
Crepe is always been my favorite. But yes, of course, I have worked and I have used velvets, I've used sheer fabrics as well, I've used georgettes, I've used chiffons. Because if you're trying to talk about creating an Indian wear, then they look very beautiful in velvets, chiffons, and, you know, crepes as well, you know, because saris, georgette saris or net saris and all that. I'm not a very huge fan of nets, but yes, but if you're talking about that kind of fabrics, more translucent and more transparent than organza or organdy, than glass tissues. These are the few fabrics that I love to play around.
So Sandeep, where can we see your work? Do you have any website?
Yes, we do. I do have a website. It is under the name of Promenade India. India.in. Yeah. So anyone can go there, talk about us, read about us, because we are, you know, genreing into event management, model coordination.
You're starting up with event management too?
Yes. So we are doing everything. We are doing event management, model coordination, we are doing portfolio shoots, fashion shows, events of any kind. So a lot of things, you know. Plus we're also coming up with our own magazine under the name of Promenade India.
It's a fashion magazine.
It's a fashion
It
magazine.
will be covering what?
Everything from the hottest places for events, you know, people from abroad, about fashion statements in India, outside India, anything to do with fashion in around India.
We'll be guided
and
of
abroad.
everything about fashion.
Everything. So there would be one page would be on a model, maybe some new model or some upcoming model or some
Then on
trendy.
makeup, then on dresses, then
Everything. Yeah. So whatever we can touch on, we would be doing.
Is there any magazine till date which is?
Everything is new for us now. So we are trying to come up in a big way. We're trying to plan a lot of things for this. So we are still under construction, and soon you will see it happening.
So what is your label? What is your company's name?
Promenade India.
It is going to be your label.
Promenade.
Promenade.
Absolutely.
Okay, so tell us some of your favorite websites, magazines, or books. Fashion.
See, when we talk about fashion magazines, then of course we have Cosmopolitan, we have Elle, we have 17. You know, these are one of the very famous ones. We also have what you call Glamorous, which is a UK website for fashion. You know, and Vanity Fair has been always talking about fashion, about women folk, and talks about hair and makeup a lot. We have Harper Bazaar, which is one of the very famous international fashion magazines. For men's, we have GQ. So I think these are the few of my very favorite ones, which I kind of go through. Femina, yes, it has become a very common name now, so everyone knows about it. So even if I take it, everyone will know. So yes, these are a couple of ones. Yes.
What are those fashion-growing countries that you would love to go?
Oh yeah, right. Good question. Of course, Paris is one. Everyone's dream, every designer's dream is going to be Paris. It's definitely going to be Italy. It's of course, India is there already. US, UK, whichever country opens its arms, of course. Asia, of course, Malaysia, Bangkok. So these are the places that I would definitely love to go and work. Nowadays, it is coming up to be Middle Eastern countries like Dubai and Egypt, which is in Africa, and Turkey, which is again coming up to be huge in the world of fashion as well. So a few of these countries as well. Yes, I would love to work.
Where does India stand in this fashion industry?
Say, if you're going to rate India from 1 to 5, it is definitely going to be within the first 3. I would say, according to me, because India as a country and fashion, city or state or whatever you might just call it as, or a country, it has really worked hard to come up to a level, and India as a country has given us some very, very, very good designers, very good models, very good makeup artists. One of the
world's best designers.
Yes, and we know that if you talk about a word for beauty, the first country that ever strikes your mind is India, and then follow on with other countries as well, and other cities or other states, whatever you may just call it as again. So I think India is on the top.
Fashion goes on and on with beauty. It follows.
Beauty. Absolutely, it follows.
You're an expert wardrobe consultant.
Yes.
Some tips for that for our people.
See, don't dump clothes, because I've seen people going on buying clothes. Even I have a habit. But if you're not going to wear it, you're going to wear it for just once, and then you're going to dump it, and you're going to think that after 3 years you're going to come out with it. It's not going to happen, because that's trusting inside your wardrobe. Keep less. Try to mix and match a lot. Try to accessorize your clothes more, and play around with your wardrobe rather than just simply buying and dumping. Because few colors can really do wonders. Few accessories can really change the outfit, and and change the entire look. If you are wearing something magenta, you can always wear it with a beautiful green or a beautiful pink or a beautiful beige or whatever it is. So try to mix and match a lot and keep the lesser things into your wardrobe. 2 trousers or 3 denims is more than enough. Don't keep collecting stuff. So go for less. Don't go for more.
So my last question to you: what advice do you have for our young aspiring designers?
See, it is a huge world. Everyone needs to be patient. If you think that it's going to happen overnight, it is not. So, everybody wants to become a model. If you have a little bit of height, or even if you think that you're slightly good looking or you're very good looking, people think that I have the chances. You might not have the chances, because the entire genre, the entire community, the entire organization of fashion has their needs and wants as well. So, you have to play with it. You have to be patient to get your time, or you have to be patient to be asked to come and kind of audition for for a requirement of a model or a choreographer or a stylist or anything. Yes, hair and makeup is something that clicks faster because everyone wants to look good. So that's one genre that really clicks faster. Choreography is not a very easy thing. You need to have the sense of music, the technicalities, you need to know how to pose, how to make the other person feel comfortable with the ramp and with the audience, the eye connectivity and the connection with the audience, and the entire aura has to be maintained, and then the basics of everything you need to know. So yes, people who want to get into this field, you're welcome, but you have to wait and be patient.
Thank you, Sandeep, for talking to
Welcome.
us.
Thank you so much.
We wish you success and happiness.
Thank you so much for having me.
Friends, stay tuned with marvastudios.tv. See you again. Till then, bye-bye.